The power of Stoicism in modern times. In a world where every moment is filled with distractions, uncertainties, and fast-paced pressures, it often feels as though we have little control over our lives. Every day brings new challenges, both external and internal, pushing us to the brink of our emotional limits. But what if we told you that you have the power, at this very moment, to change the way you respond to these challenges? What if the key to overcoming adversity and living a more fulfilled life lay in your ability to train your mind? Today we explore how Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, can provide you with the tools to navigate life's chaos with grace and intention. Think back to the last time you faced a stressful situation. Maybe it was an argument at work or a disagreement with a loved one. How did you react? Did you lash out, allowing your emotions to control your actions? Or did you take a step back and choose a more reasoned response, one that reflected your core values? Stoicism, which has empowered countless individuals for centuries, teaches us how to approach life's challenges not with impulsive reactions, but with thoughtful, measured responses. At its core, Stoicism is about taking control of the one thing that is always in your power, your own mind. By cultivating a response rather than a reaction, you can achieve greater inner peace and resilience, no matter the circumstances. This is not just about controlling your temper or remaining calm in difficult situations. It's about training yourself to pause, reflect, and choose a course of action that aligns with your deeper values and long-term goals. And, in a world filled with noise, distractions, and stress, this philosophy could not be more relevant than it is today. Understanding react versus respond, the Stoic perspective. The Stoics taught that while we cannot control the events that happen to us, we can control how we interpret and respond to them. This is a powerful realization, one that shifts our focus away from external circumstances and toward the one thing we can always control, our own mindset. Stoicism invites us to reflect on how much of our stress, frustration, and regret comes from knee-jerk reactions to situations, rather than intentional responses. When we react impulsively, we often act in ways that do not serve us well, leading to regret, hurt feelings, or even damaged relationships. Now imagine instead if you were able to pause, center yourself, and choose your response, even in the most challenging of moments. This is the essence of Stoicism, teaching us not only to calm the emotional storm but also to respond from a place of wisdom, compassion, and self-awareness. By choosing our response, we empower ourselves to navigate life's obstacles with resilience, transforming potentially harmful situations into opportunities for growth and strength. Why responding over reacting matters in today's world. In the context of today's fast-paced world, the need for a thoughtful response rather than a reactive outburst is more important than ever. With constant news cycles, social media, and a society that often demands instant gratification, we're continuously bombarded with stimuli that can evoke immediate emotional reactions. From political polarization to online arguments, it's easy to get swept up in the moment and react without considering the long-term impact of our words and actions. However, the Stoics remind us that reacting impulsively can escalate conflicts and lead to decisions we may later regret. By adopting a mindset of thoughtful response, we can cultivate healthier relationships, make better decisions, and build a greater sense of inner peace. Responding rather than reacting allows us to see the bigger picture and focus on what is truly in our control, helping us stay grounded no matter how chaotic the world around us becomes. Strategies for training the mind to respond. The Stoics offer timeless advice for training our minds to respond rather than react. The first strategy is mindfulness, cultivating awareness of our thoughts and emotions without judgment. This practice of self-awareness allows us to recognize when we're on the verge of reacting and gives us the opportunity to pause and reflect before we act. Mindfulness helps us understand that emotions, while powerful, do not have to dictate our behavior. Another powerful strategy is the practice of pausing. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, there is a space between stimulus and response, a space where we have the power to choose our actions. By taking a brief moment to pause, breathe, and reflect, we gain clarity and perspective, allowing us to respond in a way that is in line with our values rather than driven by impulse. This practice of pausing creates the mental space necessary to break free from automatic reactions and take deliberate, thoughtful action. Reframing perspectives and focusing on what we can control. Stoicism teaches us the importance of focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. In today's world, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by external circumstances, from global crises to personal challenges. The Stoics remind us that while we cannot control everything around us, we can control our response to these events. This doesn't mean being passive or indifferent, Rather, it means recognizing where our true power lies and acting with purpose in the areas where we can make a difference. Reframing is another Stoic strategy that can be incredibly helpful in cultivating a responsive mindset. By consciously shifting our perspective, we can see challenges not as threats but as opportunities for growth. For example, instead of viewing a difficult work situation as an obstacle, we can reframe it as a chance to demonstrate resilience and creativity. This shift in perspective allows us to move beyond emotional reactions and approach challenges with a clearer, more balanced mindset. The power of self-awareness in the pause. Self-awareness is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. By becoming aware of our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, we gain greater control over how we respond to situations. Practicing self-awareness allows us to identify triggers, understand our reactions, and choose how to respond in a way that reflects our best selves. This awareness is the first step in breaking free from reactive patterns and training our minds to be more thoughtful and intentional. The Stoics also emphasize the importance of pausing. This simple practice of taking a brief moment to reflect before acting can make a world of difference. Whether it's taking a deep breath, counting to 10, or simply stepping away from a stressful situation, the pause gives us the space to decide how we want to respond, rather than reacting out of habit or impulse. Implementing response over reaction in daily life. Cultivating a responsive mindset requires more than just understanding Stoic principles. It requires daily practice. Every day we encounter situations that test our patience, challenge our values, and push us to our limits. The key is to consciously apply the Stoic teachings in these moments. Whether it's taking a moment to pause before responding to an email, reflecting on your emotions before reacting in an argument, or choosing to focus on what you can control in a difficult situation, every act of response strengthens your ability to live with greater intention and clarity. As you begin to incorporate these practices into your daily life, you'll find that your reactions become more measured, your decisions more thoughtful, and your relationships stronger. By embracing Stoicism, you not only empower yourself to navigate life's challenges with wisdom and composure, but you also create a life filled with greater meaning, purpose, and peace. Conclusion: transforming your life through Stoic wisdom. In conclusion, Stoicism offers us powerful tools for responding rather than reacting to the world around us. Through self-awareness, mindful reflection, and the ability to pause before acting, we can train our minds to navigate life's challenges with grace, resilience, and wisdom. In a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable, the Stoic approach provides a path toward greater clarity, inner peace, and purpose. By choosing to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, we can transform not only our own lives but also the lives of those around us. This is the power of Stoicism in modern times, an ancient philosophy that remains just as relevant today as it was centuries ago. Thank you for exploring these ideas with me. If you found this approach helpful, consider subscribing for more insights on living a balanced, fulfilling life for Stoic principles. And remember, true wealth is not measured by what you have, it's measured by how deeply you live. If you enjoyed this content, please like, share, and subscribe. Let's continue learning and growing together on this journey of the power of Stoicism in modern times.